Hey guys, want to learn how to protect yourself, your land, your house, your space energetically? So let me just give you some context of why I'm creating this. A couple days ago, this fog rolled in. Within the fog was dark force energy and dense emotional mind control stuff with the purpose to get people to feel depressed, hopeless, give up. What's the use? Despair, all the stuff. My husband was out walking the dogs. My intuition started screaming, call Gibran and get him to come home now. And he was feeling all the things when he got home, because I didn't tell him on the phone. I didn't want him to panic. He was out in the fog. When he got home, he's like, honey, he's like, I'm doing your group tonight. I run these group healing events. I want to do your thing tonight. I'm not in a good place. And I'm like, okay, well, let's talk. So I told him, I said about the fog, it wasn't just fog, it was mind control and emotional control and dark force energy. And he was feeling all the things. And I was able to get him clear very quick. I cleared my dogs, put a protective shield, force field around my home, and actually blasted the fog. And within 5 minutes of me doing it, sunny skies, it was beautiful, and it was gone. And I shared a video about it. So here's what's happened since then. I posted this video. It's gotten a lot of people are engaging. A lot of people are like, yep, I've had these experiences. I've seen this fog. I've had these other things happen. And this is what I did. So I want to share with you some of the things you can do. If you start to feel funkaliciousness around you, you go into a grocery store or some other group thing, I've driven on Indian reservation land and the sadness and everything. And I've learned to address things immediately. The moment I start to feel like the funkaliciousness, I get into action. So what I actually generated an atomic bomb of love and light within my hand. And this is going to feel or sound very superhero-ish, because it kind of is. We are superheroes. There's a reason we have all these shows out there currently. I created an atomic bomb of love and light. It was filled with like blinding white, gold, pink light for the love. And I took my hand, I brought it up to a super high 10 intensity, and I directed it at the fog. And like I said, 5 minutes later, it was gone. Tee-hee, tee-hee. Other things you can do. So as I've shared the story, other people are telling me how they handle it. Some people use sacred geometry. So they immediately place themselves or their home or the space in a triangle or a sphere or a flower of life, a Metatron's cube, octahedrons, icosahedrons, seed of life. If you don't know what these are, look them up so you can see the image of it. And I do commands. I invoke the flower of life to be fully activated now. And I see, feel, allow, imagine it coming down around me, or my home, or the space that I've walked into that's got the oogie boogies, or create that sacred geometry in your hand and send it towards the storm that's not really a storm and all of that. So sacred geometry. Some people just do commands like shields up, and they see themselves in like a bubble of light. They will place like a force field. I have an icosahedron force field around my land, and nothing can get through. Nothing can get through. Sacred geometry is awesome. I shared a mantra yesterday. This is the mantra of all mantras. Kadosh, 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 Adonai Sabaoth. Kadosh, 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 Adonai Sabaoth. And you can just mentally chant that. If you're in a space and the vibe is low, just chant that mentally, and places you in like a shield of protection, a hedge of protection. All beings of the one true light respond to this mantra and come to your aid. And it clears the space. Dense, dark force energy being entities, leeches, whatever the heck they are, that mantra makes them like so irritated, they leave. So doing a mantra chant, the Archangel Michael prayer, that's a good one. Let me see if I can remember it. Saint Michael, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, I humbly pray. And do thou, O Prince of the heavenly host, by the power of God, thrust into hell Satan and all evil spirits who wander through this world seeking the ruin of souls. Amen, 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 amen. Amen. Or just thinking, glory be to the light, glory be to the light, glory be to the light. And like really, you can drop into your heart, ignite your heart light and allow it to grow and get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and do an atomic blast. I like the blasting. I'm a blasting person. Holy fire, white holy fire. So see, feel, allow, imagine. Like a huge bonfire, but it's white, gold, purple, light blue, and pink. And see that fire, bring it around you, expand it out. Holy fire. Now, another fire that's super, super powerful is black. Don't be afraid of the color black, because within the black, it's got these violet light, purple specks, gold, silver, platinum, etc. And it's very protective and it cloaks you. You become invisible. Another woman that I shared the video with, she said she uses violet flame. Another great one. Rose gold flame is another really powerful, it's like a loving fire. So you're transmuting everything with love. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of tools. Step into your light work. If we all start to do some of these protocols first thing in the morning, throughout the day, before we go to bed, we keep our home safe, we keep our energy safe, we keep our neighborhood safe. And if you like to really go for it, because I do a blast within a 50-mile radius, sometimes more if I'm guided. And actually, I know people that are doing a blast through their entire country and around the entire planet Earth. You have the power, you have the tools. Glory be to the light within you. Start kicking ass.